Well, hi my darlings, and welcome to my channel Weird is the New Black. My name is Kat, and this is a state of play reading for your person. As ever, these readings are intended to be timeless. I'm not going to take that yet. These readings are intended to be timeless, so hop into the playlist below if this reading does not resonate, and I think you'll probably find a reading that does. Right, let's tune in here to your person. What a gwan, man. What a gwan. What's happening with your person? The rope. Is this a tying or releasing? I feel like it's a releasing because we have the victory at the bottom of the deck, and that is feeling very much like there is some kind of success in the release here. Oh, but it's hard with the heartbreak card underneath. It's really hard. A gradual releasing, but getting there. And I think that as well, there's been some injury to the ego for this person, for sure. Yeah, I'm getting that it was quite sudden as well, whatever this was, but it's taken more time to release than possibly get into this situation. It feels like quite a quick action to get into this situation, and then but something rapid has happened here. Something like some kind of tower moment is what I'm feeling. They've been really knocked back and they're feeling the pain. Yeah, so now they're faced with trying to decide how to navigate forward. And I'm feeling like this person is actually fairly in a space of indecision about that. They feel a bit wrapped up in their brain about it. Which way shall I go? It feels a little bit messy, feels a little bit unclear to this person at this point in time. We've got the shield at the bottom, so there is an energy of defensiveness around it, or like an energy of really not wanting to make a decision to move forward or know where to go, because it feels a little bit, yeah, I'm seeing somebody kind of wandering through a landscape, very guarded. I don't know what's out there. And now I'm hearing lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. Yeah, what I'm getting here is that this person is quite cautious, and so there's a hold back, and I feel like they're holding themselves back from progression. The eye flipped out. They could be watching you. There could be some sense of them watching you, or vice versa. But I feel it's more for them, keeping an eye on you. I feel like you're releasing, or you've released, and you're moving forward in your zone. And it's kind of like this person feels like they've lost out. They feel like there is some kind of success though in the release, but I feel like again it's a gradual progression. There's still a lot of pain here. Yeah, they're looking for some kind of peace, some harmony, or maybe even trying to work out a way to reconcile here. There's very much there's very likely injury that has been done in this situation, and maybe there's a need for an apology or an owning up to things, but I think that actually will progress the situation if this person is prepared to release. A sense of ego is what I'm getting with that. That trophy keeps coming back to me. To release on that would be a victory for this person, but they're taking a lot of time, and they maybe need some time for their own healing to occur here. But yeah, there is a desire to reconcile. There is a desire to work out how to do that. But what we have here is the web, and that is telling me that this person is very much in their head about what to say, how to approach the situation, what words to use. Yeah, I feel like this person is caught at the minute in a sense of indecision, because they feel like a sudden shock, or maybe it's a sudden realization that they're very heartbroken about this situation. They could have been tied to their ego space. But now they're releasing on that space, I feel, and now they're just in a zone of trying to navigate, but they feel very caught up in how to navigate an apology, or they're undermining themselves with their own anxiety or overthinking, or maybe they have sabotaged this situation. I feel they're possibly a little bit intoxicated, is what I'm feeling here with the fizzy bottle at the bottom. It also feels like an unexpressed energy, and I'm feeling like this rat here they've put themselves in a space of kind of low energy, but it's very much affected their mind. There could be possible issues with mental health here, is what I want to say about this person. There is a sense of really being caught up in a low energy, or maybe a sneaky energy, or maybe an energy that's not like, that is evasive or not totally honest, and I feel like they're stuck. They're stuck maybe watching you progress, that releasing yourself, finding some kind of harmony in your world. But they are attempting to work out how to navigate towards that, how to navigate towards peace. Currently, this person does feel very much like in the dark with the cobwebs and the rat here, like in a kind of, I'm wanting to say cell. It's almost feeling trapped. It's got the masculine energy coming out. So maybe they release themselves from holding themselves back from action, is what I want to say, and they want to leap towards a new plan, or leap towards a plan of action, but this may well be very disguised. I don't think this person would be revealing this at all. There's a masking here. My kitten is attempting to come and walk all over. No, no, no. Say hello. Say hi. Hi. Very sweet. Now go away. So, I do feel this person is masquerading in some way, or maybe not showing other people that they have this plan to bounce, to move forward, to propel themselves. And maybe they're feeling that they can release themselves from indecision, if that's a space that they've been tucked away in for some time. So the castle, there has to be strategy here. There has to be strategy involved. We've got the mask again at the bottom of the deck. So I'm feeling they are not revealing this strategy, or this overthinking about how they should go about this. How do they move forward at speed? How do they strategically get a win here? I think that this person has successfully released themselves in some kind of way. And then maybe they're bringing peace to an energy of feeling trapped or feeling indecisive, although I still feel that this is an issue for this person, but it feels like they are making headway, is what I want to say. They want there to be a harmonious, peaceful kind of a strategy. But if they're looking to overlay or masquerade, this is not going to be successful, is what I'm being told. They can't hide from the truth, or hide or kind of avoid doing the right thing, making the right move. That's what I'm hearing. Otherwise it won't be successful. One under the web, please, Spirit. My kitten is so fascinated. Right, okay. So there we've got the butterfly, and we have a transformation, but the butterfly with the web, a butterfly would be easily caught in a web, and I think that there is a desire to strategize a transformation, but it keeps getting caught up in overthinking. It keeps getting caught up in this person undermining their own confidence in themselves, or wanting to, or sort of giving up, or not surrounding themselves with the right people, or being in the right environment. I feel like they do want a healthy relationship, but there is a sense of undermining, like, the transition of that relationship. Question mark. So I really feel like they possibly are frustrated with themselves. They don't know why they do this, is what I'm feeling. or they're just very confused about the situation, very confused about how to transform, how to move ahead here, possibly how to claim their independence. And they may be, ouch, small kitten, oh, you're so annoying, you small tiger. Oh, get off. Out, sorry, but he's got my hair. Anyway, the cats, right? They do their own thing. Maybe there's a desire to kind of be able to control the situation, especially if you're very independent, and maybe they can't do that. Maybe they're struggling to do their own thing. So I'm just going to leave you there, Merlin, because you're a pain in the ass if I put you on my lap. Start attacking my hair. Yeah, they are confused. They are in a state of confusion. I think the third party card wanted to jump out there, and I wonder if there is an undermining energy because every time they move towards a transformation, they involve with the wrong people, or their confidence takes a hit, something like that. Oh, there's the thunderbolt. As I suspected, there is a tower moment occurring here, and it's about either this person being released or them releasing. I feel like for some of them it might be about them being released, and it's really has struck their ego. It has really struck their ego. But I also feel like they've had a wake-up call for some of these people, like a real realization. Yeah, they've got to redress the balance. They've got to make things fair. They've got to make things equal. The crown's popping out. Yeah, I feel they've had an ego death, definitely with this crown, like this shocking realization, but they also want to move towards an elevation. And they also might be quickly liberated in some way and be kind of shocked at the turnaround in the focus that's here, that they are focusing on how to get ahead, how to move ahead, how to strategically transform themselves. But there is confusion here, and I am seeing the Seven of Cups now. So maybe there's confusion about options, which direction, which pathway to take. That's what I'm getting. I feel like this is your divine masculine or feminine. I feel like there is a crowned connection here, is what I want to say. This person wants to king or queen up, is what I'm feeling, especially with that chess piece in the middle. Feels like, you know, when the pawn gets to the end, that's what I've been showing. When the pawn gets to the end and is able to become a queen, or like, yeah, it's a really sort of powerful energy. The broom underneath. So there does need to be a strategy for clearing something up, for clearing things away, and that will move things forward very quickly. And I do feel like this person has like a strong desire for a new beginning. Strong desire for a new beginning here and for elevating. I feel like that broom is taking... Oh, I'm seeing Quidditch now from Harry Potter. That's kind of fascinating. Yeah, so there is speed here. This person does want to kind of get in the fray and compete and win, is what I'm hearing. But they feel knocked at the moment in terms of their capacity to take this on. The Star. There is hope here. There is hope of transformation. But if this person stays like in their own mindset, if they don't take action, if they keep halting their own transformation by undermining themselves, by second guessing themselves, then they can't live on the hope, is what I'm feeling. Darling, you can't sit and just block the cards. I'm going to put you down. All right, good boy. Yeah, again, we've got the scales at the bottom of the deck, which for me is about like a karmic energy, maybe. Maybe this person does feel that there's some element of karma at play here that they need to redress or rebalance. They need to redress and rebalance their own self before they can bring any balance to you, before this could be made right, is what I'm hearing. But it is great that they're strategizing. but they need faith rather than intellectual movement. They do want to level up, but if they're relying entirely on their sort of brain power or their logic to do this, they're not going to attain the level that they need to attain in this situation. There is progression. There is, and they are really hopeful of elevating above this, but I think they're just not quite sure how to go about elevating here. The moon. And stars and the moon. There could be a lot of nocturnal thinking here. A lot of like contemplation by night is what I'm getting. And it feels clearer, it feels easier to think by night. They really want to shoot for the stars is what I'm getting. Shoot for the stars. Knock it out the ballpark. But there has been undermining, or maybe there's undermining behavior in the form of secrets, or maybe they feel that you've kept secrets. I think for most of them, it's that you might ask questions, maybe, and they don't know how they would get through this in order to, they feel sort of, I don't know, it sounds weird, but they feel like grubby by comparison to your energy. It's like this is how this person is viewing themselves. And it's kind of because there's a lot of sneakiness here, or maybe gossip even. The moon and the question mark and the rat. And they're possibly wondering as well whether they'll be rejected. Could even be very much caught up in their head about that. Caught up in their head here. Yeah, trying to work out a way to elevate. But like I said, this person is like too logical, Spock. They're not listening to their intuition as much as they need to be. Or there feels like a bit of a conflict, to be honest, between their intuitive self and their logical self. That's what I'm getting with this person. This person is capable of like suddenly releasing themselves from things as well, and like moving on at speed. And I think that that's a little bit of an issue. Yeah, the shock is to do with the healthy relationship. So maybe they've had something that they've considered really like worthwhile could have collapsed. And again, it could be that you've released yourself from this situation. And the shock of that is full on for this person, if that's the case. They're feeling very passionate though, feeling very passionate. I think they passionately want to get to a place of relaxation with you, or to wind down, to bring warmth into the equation. And they're doing it. They've been doing a lot of reflecting is what I'm feeling. A lot of reflecting. Trying to look for the signs as well. I'm seeing like tea leaves. Tea leaves. And also I feel like they've been attempting to confront like shadow elements, because there could be a sizable amount of ego here, and that you could be dealing very much with somebody like that runs rapidly but strategically chases transformational energy, but it winds up, it's seemingly transformational, but then they get stuck, or they move very quickly towards a transformational energy, and that was some kind of mental strategy to elevate themselves via possibly a relationship that they thought would reap harvest in, would reap good things in. And I just feel like that is kind of shockingly, that hasn't been the case. So we've got nostalgia going on with the photographs down here, and I'm seeing them fade. So I feel like this person felt really good in the past, like with And it was a sudden attraction is what I'm getting, like a very speedy attraction. And now they're kind of listening out, wanting to hear from you, I think, or wanting to hear from you, wanting some kind of reconciliation, some kind of strategic new beginning, so that they can hear you again, they can connect with you again. I really don't feel that most of you are in communication here. Yeah, it's been cut, look. There was possibly a loop cycle that was severed, and I'm feeling that you might have been the one that severed that. You can flip this energy though if it doesn't resonate that way. Yeah, they're looking at the past and they're thinking this was really good, and maybe they felt very elevated in that situation, or they felt sort of like a special, important to you, important in their position, and that things were moving towards a game plan. So, but something, I think this person moved on at high speed. There's the brick wall. There could have been an argument here, like a shocking argument that was very ego-driven is what I want to say. But I'm feeling it was like left of centre or out of the blue. And they feel blocked now. They feel that, and you could have blocked communication with this person, or this new beginning feels like completely blocked. And they don't want to necessarily dwell. They want to manifest. They don't want to dwell on the past, but they can't bury it is what I'm getting. They can't bury it. It has to be acknowledged if there's healing going to be brought into this situation. There has to be a healthy or healing communication, a healthy transformation. At the moment, this person is really hopeful for that, but they are, I'm seeing this butterfly stuck in the web, like stuck in their mind, stuck in these undermining, I want to say, repeated negative loops. And I feel like it's the way that they speak to themselves. Yeah, I think they're really hopeful for a transformational reunion, or them saying hi to this situation. But I feel like you have said goodbye, because I feel like there's a block, or there's a brick wall, or there's no access, or there's no, there's possible issues with loyalty with the dog at the bottom. Yeah, it's feeling like, I'm hearing you say goodbye, I say hello. Hello, hello. Yeah, I feel like this person does want to grab a new beginning. They want to move at speed. In order to tie it down, but in order to release themselves also. It's not a major part of the spread. There's kind of stuck energy, but it is significant, especially with when it's halting the transformation of this person. Yeah, I feel like some of these people don't really know what they're looking for, and where they're looking might not be in the most salubrious places, or not the best way for them to look. The sun, the moon and the sun and the stars. You are my moon and stars. You are my light. I'm seeing like Daenerys Targaryen now from Game of Thrones. My moon and stars, is that what I can't remember his name now, her partner called her? There's some kind of feeling of wanting to reach for all the good things, and it feeling healing and beautiful and illuminating, but there is this energy up here that is blocking this healing. And it may be that this person needs to release in order to transform. But I think they need to grab a new beginning as well. And they need to bring illumination to possible undermining energy, or maybe they need to ask questions that they've kept hidden or they haven't articulated in order to bring things to light, in order to access joy, in order to feel a sense of camaraderie, of union. It's like the closing out of a cycle, if they do so, is what I'm feeling. Right. Yeah, they need to trust their intuition here. They definitely need to trust their intuition in terms of how to deal with this pain. Take it steady and trust in spirit. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, they need to look into the pain that's been caused. And I feel like they've done a lot of repairing already. Oh, right, let's look at what Spirit has to say to you about this situation. Oh, the heartbreak card. So some of you may well feel or have felt heartbroken by this person. Yeah, and again, I'm getting that possible Tower moment, sudden departure energy coming through. Yeah, heartbroken by an ending. And it does feel very swift, but I feel like you've kept faith, or you did keep faith. Some of you, that could well be like something that you're saying, like, no more. I can't keep hold of this anymore. There's a lot that I can't see, that I'm being kept from, that is undermining. And I'm feeling that, yeah, this caused great injury, or is currently causing you a great injury if this person has departed at speed. It's their own self-worth. It's their own self-worth. It's almost a sense of, it's too good to be true. It's craziness. That's craziness. Right. Yeah, very emotional energy. I think some of you are laying this to bed, and there may be like an element of still grieving and wanting answers, I feel, with the key. Wanting answers and wanting to unlock this sense of answers about the romance, yeah, and answers about the devil underneath. So maybe you want answers about what was going on behind the scenes. Maybe this person was like screwing around or flirting or, yeah, toying. And also I'm getting like a sabotaging energy, like again with those rats, and like a kind of undermining energetic. Get themselves really fixed in a particular thought, and there's an obsessional energy about it, or like, yeah, a mistrust, or it's low, it's evasive as well, is what I'm feeling. The book. Yeah, I think you're very sad about like revealing knowledge to yourself, or this is energy from the past, so do take what resonates, but I think you have revealed a lot. And it was maybe hidden information, and a lot of you, I feel, have hit the point where you're like, you know what, I give up. I'm wiser. I've got wiser through this situation, but how can I fight onwards for this? I give up. The force feels too great against me. That's what I'm getting. The force is like, it's a pointless struggle. I just end up getting hurt. That's what I'm hearing. So we've got the online, and maybe communication has been broken here, or there have been messaging or emails that have come through or something like that. Maybe you can perceive them online, and they seem to be doing well, and they seem to be, you know, owning it, or they seem to have healed. I really don't think that's the case. I think this person is still like stuck. Yeah, you need to make healthy choices here, and not dwell too much and not do too much kind of internet spying. Or I feel like a decision has to be made, or maybe you're making this decision now. It does feel like you're a bit stuck in your space about it, with the cobwebs at the bottom, that you're, you know, maybe kind of stuck wondering which way to go here. Yeah, you may be very sad about the time that it's taken, but to transform, or, you know, waiting emotionally, is what I'm getting as well. And that transformation is feeling like that needs to change. Something's got to give. That's what I'm hearing. You want to transform a sense of closeness or intimacy, or elevate that, and start new relationships or new beginnings here. And I think that those relationships may well transform you, even if you're not quite sure which way you want to go with that. Or I feel like there's going to be some new knowledge brought. I feel like to a degree you're also stuck in between the emotional content of the situation and the ending, and your headspace here. And I think some of you are very, very sad about the time that has lapsed or been wasted or been lost here. And you're faced with a decision about really fully closing this down. Yeah, you've elevated your knowledge, or elevating your knowledge on what constitutes a healthy dynamic. It's kind of time to be open, is what I'm getting, even though you might feel vulnerable about it with the egg at the bottom of the deck. But you are crowned. It's okay to be vulnerable. Crown your vulnerability is what I'm hearing. I feel like there's quite a lot of nostalgia here, but there is strong independence coming through. Don't allow your own lacking self-worth to block you, or to make you too overly cautious when dealing with other people. I'm going to pick 3 more. Yeah, nostalgia's coming out again, and that is, like I say, this is a situation that's happened in the past, I think. There could have been some really like upsetting choices. It could have been that this person made a choice that really upset you, or just, again, possible of going for low-hanging fruit. Is that energy coming through here? But something's like withered. There's the bin. It's been very emotional, because I think there's been, or maybe it still is, because it's really hit your sense of self-worth. It feels like it's taken time, a lot of time, and a lot of purging, and maybe a lot of grieving, and trying to discard things that didn't serve you in order to try and make healthier decisions, in order to kind of not cling on to something that once was, but to kind of part with the memory, finally release it, finally let it go. Yeah, so that you can elevate. It's all looking positive up this side. It's so you can elevate. It's all part of some kind of karmic balance that's occurring between you and this person, which makes me feel like this is definitely a soul connection. If you're pretty sure that this person is a karmic, they could be, again, that's still a valid soul connection in order to elevate you and elevate your knowledge in terms of what's healthy for you, in purging and in taking the time that you need to progress onwards. And I feel like you're ready to kind of launch, which is feeling good. You're like coming from rock bottom is what I'm getting, and or you've come from that. And now you're elevating yourself, and this feels really good. So yeah, some kind of karma is playing out here, and it's playing out literally with the dice and the devil. And I think it requires severance from false pretenses or masquerading energy. That's the second time I've seen the work bag sort of pop up. So it could be a situation to do with work. Not for all of you though. Okay, I think that's all I've got for you. Thanks guys for listening. Bye.